Okay, so this is a function problem, and it looks like the difficulty might be with the way they've written out this function, with the g, and then this little circle here, and the f of 2. And so I think an easier way to think about what that means is that we're going to be doing the f of 2 function. The f function is right here. F of x just means whatever the x is, we're going to square it, times it by 3, and then add 1 to get the output. So when we see this, we have g of f of 2. So we're going to find f of 2. And then we're going to do g of that thing, whatever this is. Whatever f of 2 is, we're going to apply the function g to that. And the function g means that we take whatever it is and multiply it by -2 and then add 2 to that. So the first thing we need to do, step 1, is going to be finding what f of 2 is. So f of x, if we just rewrite this, the f function is 3x squared plus 1. So whatever that x value is they ask us to input, we're going to square it and then multiply by 3 and then add 1 to it. So the input they're giving us is a 2. So we're going to take a 2 and we're going to plug it into that. So then we are going to have 3 times 2 squared, and then we're going to add 1 to that. So order of operations, the exponent comes first. 2 squared is 4, and 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 gives us 13. So if we just start with f of x, and we know that that function is 3x squared plus 1, and we use the input 2, then we end up with a output of 13 for that. And so now what we need to do is just apply the g function now. So let's write out what the g function is. G of x is equal to -2x plus 2. And so whatever x is, whatever x input we use, we're going to multiply it by -2, and then we're going to add 2 to get the output. So because they asked us to do g of f of 2, well, we figured out what f of 2 is. F of 2 worked out to 13. So now we just need to do g of 13. And again, we look at the function, and the function is we take the input and we multiply it by -2 and then add 2 to it. So we're going to do that with the number 13. So we are going to use -2 times the x value, which is 13, and then we're going to add 2 to it at the end. So -2 times 13 gives us -26. We add 2 to that, and we end up with -24.